Plots, lies, deception, intrigue. Will the love ever survive?
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I am here to talk about Volume 5 of Blue Morning by Shoko Hidaka. I'll read the back, we'll delve right into it, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty. Blue Morning. Still reeling from Kitsuragi's confession, Akihito attends Marquess Moriyama's evening ball. There he comes face to face with his late father's half-brother, Naotsugo. Though Kitsuragi arranged the meeting with the intention of helping both Akihito and Ku's family name, Akihito decides against giving the family over to Naotsugo, bringing Akihito to the unsettling realization that he may not fully trust Kitsuragi. Meanwhile, Kitsuragi meets the Marquess Moriyama and boldly demands recompense for all that he has done. This is rated M, which means 18+, and it is published by Sublime or Chara Comics. Now, if we're going to really delve into this one, I will start from the very beginning. It literally picks off from where it left off. The men are heading to the Marquess's house, where we don't have a clue really what the plot is. All we know, really, is that Kitsuragi has proclaimed love for Akihito. Now, Akihito has already done the damage to the Ku's name. He has already said he is leaving and he would like it to go to Kitsuragi. But here's the big hiccup. The line of succession demands that it would go to the half-brother, just like it says on the back of this. Now, line of succession, even though the half-brother has been disowned by the family, still does prevalence because of the bloodline, so he would get preference and then his sons would get preference for the title of head of the Ku's Viscountship. And all of that comes to a main boil once they get to the party. Kitsuragi explains to Akihito about this whole situation and his plan, but he leaves out one or two little details that Akihito ends up figuring out on his own. I was enthralled this entire volume. I read it really quickly. The artwork was mesmerizing and beautiful. Sorry about the wind. I mean, very beautiful. It's very a traditional kind of anime Japanese manga style. Very nice and pleasing visually to look at. And that really helped the plot go. Because the stoicness, if you guys watch anime and you read a lot of manga, that really comes across in this style really helps this volume quite a bit. And when you get Kitsuragi not really responding fully emotionally when it's been a horrific thing that just happened, and Akihito shows this immense emotional change or lack thereof in a situation, it really hits home. The only complaint I have about this one is it does really random flashbacks to explain debts or favors that are being cashed in at this point in the story. And, I mean, that is just one of those things where you're like, oh, why? And it takes you a minute to catch up. The way they differentiate between a memory sequence and an actual life thing is that the memory sequence, it's a black outlined page. Like I just showed you, that one was actually... This is all memory sequence with the black outline page. If it is current events, it doesn't have a black outline. It's just all artwork. So, I mean, that helped you differentiate, but it was still jarring enough that you'd be like, wait, what do you mean that Akihito is 8 again, and you're doing what with the Marquess's wife? And, huh? But you figured it out after a minute, and it works out. It's just, it wasn't enough of a transition. I would have preferred that dreamy quality they used to do in like the early 90s, late 80s sort of mangas where they were like fuzzy, the edges. I would have preferred that because in my mind, because I'm old enough to remember that, that's how I remember manga being. So that is something. The plotline is very good. You see how muddled it really was. And all around, I liked it. I gave this 4 stars out of 5, so it's not a bad little thing. So far, I'm still on the fence of whether or not I absolutely love this series, but it's coming to a close as the author's note told us in the back of the book. So, yeah, If you guys have questions or comments, shoot them down below. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and share this with a friend who you think might like Yaoi. And I'll talk to you guys later.
You like
Bye.
what you see? Then... subscribe!